Howdy, folks. Sorry that was late. I was sipping coffee. Welcome to North Undeep again. Oh, god damn it. We have a Haradwaith played by Alexshellnot and a Mordor played by Poero. This map is fine, but god damn, I get sick of it if it's played like all the time. And picking the Southern Sentry ability and putting that tower on the back. Maybe that tower will pick off just orcs, like a battalion of orcs. You know, they're spam units, they're 80 a battalion. But I think against most harassment, this tower is going to be absolutely worthless, and you're better off with the vision than with just plopping it in the back of your base. On the other hand, if you were going against Rivendell, you'd want the vision back here so you could see the trees. Although I don't think it includes... Oh, it does detect stealth. So yeah, you'd put it in the back for stealth detection. Not really much of an issue here because there's not going to be any stealth from Mordor units. No tier 1 yet for Mordor. But we do see Haradwaith Outpost, double Haradwaith Outpost, fairly typical start. I like to go Mahood and then try to upgrade the Outpost if I can, but it depends on the matchup. Like, Mahood start would be great against Mordor. They don't have early cav. You don't need pikes. Just go Mahood and send them in and mow down these guys. And send in your, what are they called? Headhunters? So build yourself the Mahood Gathering and have a field day with these Mordor spam units. But not the play. We're seeing some pikes for early creeping and some archers to help defend against eco-harass. And we're seeing triple orc stronghold. Not sure why this is built like that, because then you can kind of just go in between, and especially like over here, like in the where there's no units coming out, and just hit that farm. But anyway, so nobody's lost a farm yet, and Alexshellnot is going to get that Warglare. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to put the Warlord in the middle. It might be nice to do that, but... maybe that's part of what they want to do. They want to punish people that don't micro it properly. So we now have Alexshellnot heading down both the lanes. We've got a early troll cage. Not too early, I guess. It's a minute or two in. Troll cage coming in also. Builder threatened, but manages to slink away. Farm does go down. First blood to Poero. And they have the Mark of the Red Eye because they hit level 2, plus 25% damage, but those orcs will go down. Sentry tower being plopped right here. Cracks of Doom is now the pick for Mordor. And it is being used... Where was it used? Oh, up here, to defend this farm. Uh-oh, and these orcs just roll right by these units and let them get some free hits in. And they're actually losing, despite the Cracks of Doom damage. It's going to be close here. Well, they are level 2, so that probably explains it, but damn, that sucks. Kind of a waste of the tier 1, because now these will just replenish anyway. Clash down here. Troll trying to catch this Warlord away from his friends. Oh no! But gotta micro that Troll correctly, and Poero doing what I think is the right call with a Troll, Mountain Troll. Just pick up that tree and go ham. Who needs to eat an orc? Now I think in theory you want to keep the Troll on melee and then have it eat an orc. Have it pick up a tree only once it gets monstrous recovery at level 3, so it'll heal out of combat. Orcs going ham on this farm, and Poero loses this key farm back here to Harad's eco-harass. Fair amount of back and forth, but both players... fairly close, except in spell points. We've got Alexshellnot with 9 points in the bank to Mordor's 5, and 100 CP lead for Haradwaith. Probably a bit of feeding with the orcs, the orc spam here. Ooh, and we have a tier 2 outpost, which is definitely something I support. As I said, every time I see tribal units, I say the same exact thing. So you can just mute me for about 10 seconds if you don't want to hear it again. But I like to get away from the Haradwaith Warlord spam as fast as possible and get these cool tier 2 units, tier 2 pikes and cavalry. Look at that. Boom. Only one pike group in there. Look at that. And they only got one unit. Maybe two. Two horses. Oh, well, one, they died back there. But look at that. Look at all that free trampling. Look at those spell points. Now I've got a tier 2 in the bag and have dropped it on this troll cage. I don't know if they're going to get the troll cage. Kind of a risk to go for that barracks, but we're going to see if they get it. That would be quite a blow to Poero, but I kind of doubt it. We'll see. Oh, they are going to get it! Oh, that's a great use of the tier 2. Wow, took out the troll cage, so no more trolls to worry about for a little while. So the only hard counter to the cavalry is going to be the orc pikes, which are slow. So, excellent. And they might get the farm, too? We'll see. Will the timer run out? It looks like it will. Bummer. But wow, really great work. Slaves of Nern coming in for Mordor, and certainly Poero needs it at the moment. 575 to 575. Both players tied for map control. Haradwaith has a pretty big army over here. Both players have sort of fended off the early game eco harass, and we are moving to, I think, the mid game here. No orc barracks has been leveled up. No new troll cage yet. Just one lingering troll. I think Poero needs to tech up pretty quickly or he's going to be in trouble. Although maybe he can manage these orcs much better than I can, so maybe he isn't worried about it. Actually, I don't doubt that he can manage these orcs better than I can. I play Misty a fair amount, and I did play Misty a lot in the tournament, but I don't play Mordor quite as much. Just leaving all this free money here with the creeping. Level 4 Axemen down here, searching for that farm to finish it off. They'll probably get it since they're level 4. And yeah, this farm's going to go down. Just Harad is so quick and mobile, and they're just being Alex is just being relentless with the harass. And oh my God, these unprotected orcs! Yikes! And an advance sentry tower. Wow, one-hit KO on the pikeman, too. Dang! Dang, just mowing down the pikes there. God. So obviously not enough to defend, like, your farm structure on its own, but still doing quite a number on them. God, these units look so good. I'm going to take them out to admire the unit models. Beautiful. Anyway. Mordor on the back foot here, but the Slaves of Nern farm has still not gone down. We have 13 points in the bank for Haradwaith, and we have 8 for Mordor, now 9. Pikes versus pikes. Oh, pikes and swords versus pikes. So, yeah, those guys are going down. Mordor and Haradwaith doing a good job pushing down each lane. Nazgul finally hits the field. That could change things. But there's a lot of Harad units, and it's got to watch out for the pikes. It certainly should help on countering this cavalry here. And certainly with the debuff, and once it gets the Screech, that would help a lot with hopefully forcing the cavalry to run right into your pikes. And those axemen are going to go down. I feel like if you're watching this replay, you could just sort of watch the numbers of the army go up and down, and get a sense for how Mordor just uses that orc spam. Unrelenting Sun is the weather choice for Harad. It doesn't last a long time. It's more like Durance Day, etc. that has like a 15-second-ish duration instead of like a minute and a half or whatever it is duration for things like the rain spell for Rivendell or darkness for Dol Guldur and Mordor.
Our spears are pledged to Suladan.
800 though, see, 400 out of 800 for Alexshellnot. These farms here have been unmolested. And we got 15 points. Wraith on Wings for... We got a monkey! Oh no, the Nazgul killed a monkey! Their worst crime. The Karadd Patriarch is going to go down. So, look at the unit model. Karadd was such a great faction to play with because all their units are great. And Caesar, thus, and so fall Caesar, I think is the line from Julius Caesar, the play. E2 Brute, then fall Caesar. I think that's it, yeah. Then fall Caesar. We'll say that every time the monkey dies. Then fall Caesar. Planet of the Apes reference, plus Shakespeare reference. I should charge money for these, but I never will. That would be greedy. Anyway, level 5 Orc Archers. They must have gotten the monkey? The Karadd Patriarch. I like how... I would love to see some troll versus monkey fighting. That would be outstanding. Can we get... Poero, if you can hear me, build a troll cage and have a mountain troll fight this guy. I don't know if you heard me, but we'll see. Wouldn't that be great if we could see Karadd Patriarch versus Mountain Troll? Anyway, 7 points in the bank for Mordor. 6 for Haradwaith. 825 CP versus 850 CP. So both players about even. This has been a really great game with a lot of back and forth. The Bestiary is a nice adjustment by Haradwaith. I don't think Mordor was expecting that. I don't see a lot of heroes in this game either, which is nice. Just the Nazgul, I think, so far. And that builder is straight up not having a good time, and it's going to go down. Goodbye, builder. Fourth Men of Darkness was used where? Not here, surely. Where was it used? Oh, he's going for the Slaves of Nirn farm. And that I think he will get, which is a huge blow to Mordor, since they just popped Slaves of Nirn. And goodbye, 63 per tick. Very unfortunate. I don't know what this setup was, like, because I would think you'd want the Orc Barracks kind of like in a wall in the front. But anyway, I'm not an advanced player, so Poero knows what he's doing. I am just a content enjoyer here. Board bonus coming in for those orcs, which I believe is 25% armor and damage. Yep. This Patriarch's almost level 2, and we'll get this farm, I think. And I wonder if Alexshellnot has seen this other farm. 16 points in the bank for Haradwaith, 12 for Mordor. So I do wonder if we're going to see tier 4s cancel each other out. That would be quite fun. Let me just double check that I haven't missed any heroes. Here is Ziarul. Oh, no, that's the Nazgul dismounted. Level 4. Has used Screech, and these orcs are just hanging out doing nothing. Cracks of Doom being used over here. Did incinerate that Warlord. That's got to be demoralizing for the troops. So 2 Nazgul on the field for Mordor. Push into Haradd's base over here. I don't know. A Nazgul versus a Karadd Patriarch. Let's see it. Okay. I think the Nazgul actually would lose 1v1. And the Patriarch does have the Terror that has the Howl at level 2. And it gets the Gimli-style leap at level 3. That Nazgul needs to mount up and... Oh no, is it going to go down? Ooh, a lucky Nazgul. That was the right choice. There was no way it was getting out of there without mounting mounting up, and holy bejesus, Tier 4 has dropped. It is Black Matriarch. Destroying all three, presumably, of the Orc strongholds here. And... oh, the Fell Beast upgrade for the Nazgul, which would be good against... to mount them up and then send them against this. I don't think we have any level 3 outposts, but I want to go back and see how the Tier 4 carries on. Destroys that Easterling outpost. Oh god, it still has half its duration. This Tier 4 is so good. So Mordor's unit production is just decimated. Haradwaith has a fair amount of units on the field, and it's got 500 out of 725 CP. So we could see Harad try to push for the closer here, but most of their units are not in Mordor's base, which seems like a mistake. It's going to give Mordor a chance to rebuild. So I would pop this weather spell and rush over, but we got Mouth of Sauron on the field. Very cool hero. And isn't that gorgeous? Oh man, the Beastmaster's on top. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyway, excellent Tier 4 use there. Got 3 strongholds and the Easterling garrison that was being built. Of course, Mordor can just rebuild those ASAP. Weather spell being used. He's got to know that Tier 4... and look at that, 11 points in the bank. Look at all the spell points you get from using a Tier 4 like that. That's why, for Erebor, for example, the Moria Reclaimed is so good. You get so many spell points from popping that. And that is going to go down, and we'll see if the Nazgul... those archers are doing great damage against it, but I think not quite enough to finish off the Nazgul here. Probably could have gotten this battalion, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to leave them broken and battered. Mouth of Sauron running back. Other Nazgul running back.
Marksmen of Suladan.
And I think Haradwaith just has not figured out how to deal with this. Oh no, it might die. Use the Screech. Good. You gotta run. Oh lord. Oh no. 15 points in the bank for Haradwaith. Could go for a second Tier 3 here. I'm trying to remember what's on the outside of the spellbook. But... and I'm not sure... 4 strongholds. Well, I mean...
I bring warriors from the tribes of Haradwaith.
I guess. I mean, Harad hasn't really... they've now teched up to level 3. No Umbarian Citadel. The Bestiary is still here. And I can't click on it because just replay things. 800 CP for Harad, 650 for Mordor. Kind of amazing Mordor is staying in it this long. Props to Poero for sticking it out. It'll be quite a blow if they get this far. Wraith on Wings being used up here. Let's check it out. I mean, the Nazgul are just putting in a full day's work here, fighting back the Harandor units. And I don't think Alex has quite managed to get a handle on how to counter these Nazgul. The Tier 3 archers were a good choice. Like that's basically your only hope, really, of killing them quickly. Casimir is on the field, but no Umbarian Citadel. So I don't know. I would have maybe gone with Suladan. There's Suladan. He's been on the field for a little while, it looks like. But he's going to go down. Uh-oh. Surely he's going to die. He did go down. Excellent use of the Tier 3 right before the timer expires, too. It's got to be frustrating for Alexshellnot. 10 points in the bank. Fires of Orodruin also ready to go. We're going to leave it on Mordor camp because I want to see Fires of Orodruin. And it looks like... well, we're going to leave it over here, but... Horn was used. Fourth Minute of Darkness is off cooldown. Cracks of Doom being used. Cracks of Doom does not... I guess it would do a lot of structure damage. It is used over here, but only on the level 1 barracks and does not do a lot to them. Does take out the level 3 farm, but I would have hoped for more value from that. Maybe should have gone for this little layout here. And Mountain Nazgul still having a field day. And this Karadd Patriarch is leveling up. Has not used its fear ability. Probably should. Before it dies. Soon it will go down, but it could use the fear and then probably get up to level 3 before it dies. There you go. That's the spirit. Oh no, but then the pikes are coming in to reinforce. But now the heroes are doing the right thing and destroying the farms on the lane here. And Mordor has really turned this around. 875 CP in the bag for them versus 650 for Haradwaith. It has totally flipped around. Suladan is back on the field. Such a cool hero. It is, I think, just unfortunate that when Alex used the Black Matriarch, there wasn't enough follow-up to close the game out for him. And there's not enough... I mean, frankly, Mordor doesn't have the tech, really, to... And the Conjur's Chariot coming in. They do kind of sound like throat singers. And then the... the Haradrim Raider is being used against Karadd. What a betrayal. But the Weather Spell minimizing the effectiveness of that trample. I assume there's an Easterling garrison. No? I mean, it's kind of surprising to not see any, like, no, orc heroes. Like Shagrat or Gothmog. With all this relentless orc spam here. And also no rebuilt Troll Cage. But, it's the heroes doing the work for Mordor today. Otherwise, they would have lost a while ago.
What do you want me to do?
Harad getting its builder back. And I assume Harad's got to think about teching to something new and rebuilding this farm over here. Not sure why they haven't done that. What a game. A lot of... quite a wild fluctuation back and forth.
I have been loyal, master.
Uh-oh.
Save me.
I bet those Umbarians, like Casimir, are so angry that Mouth of Sauron isn't working with them. You're a Numenorean. A black Numenorean. Why wouldn't you work with us? Anyway. But Mordor now tightening the noose. 510 out of 925 CP to 400 out of 500 CP. So Karadd doesn't really have a lot of eco boosting abilities it could pop here. Like, Mordor's got the Slaves of Nirn. They've got the map control. I don't see how Alex can swing this back. Black Matriarch is not going to come off cooldown quickly enough. It is not going to come back in time. Has rebuilt this farm, this crucial one. Should probably get the trade caravans at this point. And I would frankly get the Marauders here, perhaps, to help cleave through all these orcs. But I guess you need, you'd have to tech up, and who knows what he'd do in the meantime.
My warriors serve the dark lord.
The Nazgul, like putting the Nazgul on their wraiths is just a great counter to the Patriarchs here. 16 points in the bank for Haradwaith, but I just don't see how they claw it back at this point. The wraiths are too quick. They can do too much good and effective eco harass. Mordor has the map control, and they have the eco buffs. I don't see it. There's no upgrades coming in for Harad. No Umbarian Citadel. Yeah, I think it's Poero's game here, but we will see what happens. Alex was so close too. Alex was just right there. And no Mahout Gathering. We'll get some free fed orcs here though. But in come the Nazgul once again, level 10. Oh my god! And Shelob coming in to get Suladan, I assume. I wonder if he's going to Severing Strike Shelob. Or Casimir, maybe. What are you doing? Use the stinger. What? Huh? What's Shelob doing? He must be looking at something else. The Shelob is just... What? I think Poero was distracted by some other stuff going on. Okay. Well, that was a waste of Shelob. And I assume... Yep, it's back! Did you miss me? I would go for that. I would go for the production. Nice. Look at all those dead oh, they just fell down. That ain't gonna do that. That ain't gonna do anything. I wouldn't waste my time. Wow, 25 in the bank now. So Harada has a second tier 4, and they can use the Burning Sands. What are you doing? Go after these. Go after this. It's level 2. This is a waste. Alex, no! Don't take the bait of the fort, and the heavy armor coming in for the fort. Yeah, that's why you don't go for the fort with that by itself. Although I guess the ends, when you put them on melee, could have done it, which is crazy. We'll get the Slaves of Nirn farm, a very nice blow. Definitely a good thing. But you didn't even get the production structure. Yeah, I think it's over. Well, Burning Sands. So we have a second tier 4 for Mordor. Double tier 4s. What a game! What a game! But 580 out of 1100 CP for Mordor versus 850 for Haradwaith. How'd you get 1100 CP? What? Huh? Maybe that's a replay bug, but it is apparently showing 1100 CP for Mordor. Alex might... if Alex sees this, he might say, I want a rematch! No, I think it might be some weird replay issue, but... Fires of War Druin is almost back. Burning Sands is still ready. I don't know when... Would it hit the Nazgul if they're on there? I assume it would.
The enemy's all around me.
Uh-oh.
Arandor archers report.
That's no good. Where's the Umbarians? Where are the Umbarians? Where are the battering rams? What? Okay. I mean, it's looking bad for Alexshellnot. I think it's pretty much over. Like, Mordor isn't clumping up enough for this whole army to be annihilated. They might make that mistake if they go for the fort and all clump up around it. But then they've got this whole force down here with, I assume at this point, no, not yet, not yet with level 3 for the barbed arrows, but those Easterlings are coming in strong for Mordor. Also good change of tactics because they will withstand the spam pretty well. Even the pikes will do a pretty good job, the phalanx. But probably should get the barbed arrows. May not even need them. Like the frontline pikes here will do a good job on the Patriarchs. March to War being used. Karadd's Chariot, 4th Men of Darkness, Horn, all off cooldown. 10 points in the bank for Harad, 15 for Mordor. Could probably pop Darkness and give your units a buff. I forget if it's called Darkness for Mordor, but it's like a copy of the... Mordor and Dol Guldur have the same spell, even if it does have a different name. At least it's effectively the same. We will see. We will see what happens here. Karadd's Chariot mowing down these Easterling archers. Ouch! That's gotta sting. Kind of fun to see this matchup because Mordor and Haradwaith both claim different units for themselves. This is quite a long game. And then 4th Men of Darkness being used. Where was that used? Oh, Oasis being used. Okay. Huh. 575 CP for Haradwaith. 1150 weirdly for Mordor. There must be something funky going on with like the lumber mill or the fort or something. Anyway. I'm just going to blame the replay. 20 4 points. Oh, we're gonna see Eye of Sauron and Fires of Origins off cooldown. Yikes. Major yikes. Come on. Eye of Sauron, Fires of Origin. Do a double tier 4. Still has not used Burning Sands either. But might be a good time to use it sort of on this stuff. Uh-oh. That guy's just sitting there. Yikes. 2 level 10 Wraiths on Wings. No Witch King, unfortunately. But Mouth of Sauron getting a lot of use. That's always fun. Karadd Patriarch is level 3. Do the leap! Do the leap! God damn it, if you're gonna lose, do the leap! Come on! Do it! What have you got to... Yes! Did you see it? We got a monkey leap. Oh, man. Oh, Burning Sands. Beautiful. Mordor now only has 450 CP, and with Mordor, because of the squishiness of these orc battalions here, it's often not as much as the CP number would make it seem. Like these will not be enough on their own to get the fort. Barricade coming in, everything going on for getting used for Mordor. I did not see where Fires of Origin got used. I assume it was over here because the farm is gone and these are all weak. But Darkness coming in for Mordor. The Weather Spell is not yet off cooldown, so not able to counter it quite yet. But all the production structures save one going down for Haradwaith. Popping the tribal encampment, but does not have the upgrades on the fort to make this spawn permanent units. So, kind of missing. I think Alex should have gotten those fort upgrades much earlier. Never even got Oasis, as far as I could tell. The heavy army here did a number on the tier 4 matriarch. Unrelenting Sun coming in to cancel the darkness, but too little, too late. I think they will fend off this Bram. Casimir and his... Oh, Shelob versus Casimir. Here we go. Stinger time. What are you doing? Use the stinger. There you go. I was about to say, if you blow a second one... Yeah, that's game. Good game. Well played at that point. It is now over, I think. Harad's just got nothing left. Concession by Alex. What a good game. Well played by both players. Wonderful. No notes. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you all next time.